anybody to be impressed by me, you're about to find out I'm about as good at comedy as Michael J. Fox was at doing the mannequin challenge. But yeah, that's about the only current event I'm familiar with. I haven't watched news in 12 fucking years. 3 years ago, I actually thought Blue Lives Matter was a sequel to Avatar. But speaking of not so current events, did you guys hear 14 years later they released new autopsies for Michael Jackson? Turns out his cause of death was food poisoning. He was eating 10-year-old nuts. But yeah, honestly, you do have to give MJ some credit though. I mean, at least the guy could not have been more careful about his crimes. He waited until he turned white to molest all those kids. One of the other comics was talking about how messed up it is the way we celebrate 4th of July. I think it's more messed up how we celebrate St. Paddy's Day. We completely exploit the Irish stereotype by getting more shit-faced than we do any other day of the year. To me, that shit's like celebrating Cinco de Mayo by working a double shift for less. So, let's move on to a lighter topic. Let's talk racial slurs. Nah, we'll skip that one. Saw some of y'all were getting ready to Will Smith my ass right now. Yeah. So on a lighter note, anybody here do acid? Yeah. Guys, let me tell you, don't ever fuck your girlfriend while you're tripping on acid. Weirdest trip in the world. I did that shit one time and I spent 7 hours analyzing why she had the smelliest pussy in the world. Yeah, I mean, at each time I fingered her, my hands smelled more and more like shit. And then I sobered up 7 hours later and remembered I don't even have a fucking girlfriend. It turned out I'd been fingering my asshole for 6 hours straight. Yeah. You know, I did have a girlfriend, but we broke up a few months ago. Our relationship was great, but as a Jew, I could no longer date somebody with the last name Chambers. Yeah. So, anybody else here over 35 like myself? Hell yeah. Y'all remember the days entertainment didn't suck dick? Yeah, I grew up a die-hard hip-hop fan in the 90s, and let me clarify by hip-hop, I mean Wu-Tang Clan, DMX, Nas. Yeah, none of this the baby bullshit. Yeah, that's about the dumbest fucking name ever besides maybe Lil Dicky. I mean, that's how you know the dude's Jewish. He named himself after his tiny dick. I mean, seriously, that's like Magic Johnson calling himself Infected Tip. Isn't it ironic, by the way, a dude with an infected dick is named Magic Johnson? Almost as ironic as the fact Jesus was a carpenter who got nailed to death. But, you know, oh no, there's no holding on here unless you're holding on to my dick. I do gotta say though, it was interesting growing up as a white guy who listened to hip hop. There ain't no holding on here unless you holding on to these nuts.
Oh shit! You called
it! But yeah, growing up a white hip hop fan in the 90s was interesting. It really made me appreciate alone time. That's the only time I could sing the lyrics to my favorite songs. But yeah, that shit made it weird whenever I was at like a party and shit. I'd be around all my black friends, they'd be in a circle singing my favorite songs, and I'd be the awkward one in the fucking middle singing the edited versions of that shit. Yeah. Y'all ever try